Hello and welcome to Wednesday's programme. Our top story tonight, a packed courtroom today heard Mick Philpott tell a jury he had nothing to do with the fire that claimed the lives of his 6 children.
At several points he broke down in tears as he gave evidence at his ongoing trial. He told the court that the only thing he was trying to hide from police were details of his sex life.
Simon Hare has been following developments at Nottingham Crown Court and we can join him now live. Simon, this was one of the key moments in this trial, wasn't it?
Yes, day 21 of this trial, but courtroom number 1 was packed today to hear Mick Philpott give his own account of the fire that claimed the lives of his daughter and 5 sons, children who he described as my life, my heart, my everything, during his testimony today.
After hearing 4 weeks of prosecution evidence given against him, today Mick Philpott took to the stand for his own defence. At several points he became upset. Right at the very start of his evidence, he was asked by his barrister, Anthony Orchard QC, "Did you set the fire?" Mr Philpott replied, "No." "Are you connected to the setting of the fire?" "No," he said, and shook his head. "Do you know who did?" "I wish I did," replied Mick Philpott. He said he'd been confident he was going to win custody of his children by his mistress Lisa Willis at a court hearing the same day as the fire. He said his family had received a number of silent phone calls and death threats in the weeks leading up to the fire on Victory Road in Derby last May, but he denied prosecution claims he'd ever talked about fire, burning or petrol when discussing those threats with others. And when asked why his clothes after the fire had appeared cleaner than neighbours who tried to save the children, he said he hadn't had to climb over the caravan at the side of the house. He also denied he'd smoked cannabis that night and insisted he'd never been controlling of his wife Mairead and his live-in mistress Lisa Willis. But he did admit that after the fire, and while they were staying at a Derby hotel, he smoked cannabis and had sex together with his wife and their friend Paul Mosley to block out the mental image of what had happened in the fire. The Philpotts and Mr Mosley all deny 6 counts of manslaughter.
So Simon, quite a dramatic day and lots of evidence coming out. What else was said about the Philpotts' sex life?
Well, we heard that before the fire they would often go to public places to have sex with strangers, and Mr Philpott told the court it was that he was afraid the police would discover during their investigations into the fire, and it was that is why he told Mairead to stick to the story during those bugged conversations in their hotel room. He was also asked whether he'd told his wife, "I didn't mean to do it," as they were being driven to their first court appearance in a police van. But he said he'd actually said, "I didn't do it on my life." And he said it was impossible for him or his wife to contemplate killing their children.
Simon, thank you.